I have a crazy story about experiencing CERN before it shut down. So I made a video a few months ago talking about how I had gone through this experience where I was healing from an upgrade, we'll call it an upgrade, and I spent some time on an Arcturian mothership. And yes, that was where my consciousness went. I experienced this, but I talked about how before I had gone into like the really beautiful parts of this experience, I had gone into a room where there were all different species, and I saw that they were like negotiating treaties. What I think now that I kind of have a better understanding of this, what I think happened is that I think I was remote viewing some kind of a meeting or a negotiation about CERN. So I don't know, I just saw pictures of it and I felt it in my body. Like, I know what that feels like. I've experienced it in some way. So today I was doing some writing and I asked my guides about it. I said, what happened there? How come I was allowed to see that? And so they were explaining to me some of the things that CERN did and the way that it was interacting with our reality, the way it was moving our reality and changing things, but more importantly, the way that it has been messing with our minds. So what they said was that CERN was not only a frequency disruptor, it was also a language decoding system. They had really gotten good at frequencies and understanding different signals and how to disrupt certain ideas or patterns and create, I guess, just a consciousness around certain language, around certain words that would create some kind of an emotion in our bodies, some kind of a reaction in our bodies. And I believe that a lot of this was used to keep us in division, to keep us in chaos, because we're easier to control when we're not united. The way that my guides explained this is like when you send a text to somebody and you have a certain intention in mind and you are playing this out in your mind. You might even be speaking it out loud, but you're writing this out in a certain energy so that when the person receives it, sometimes, I've had people say like, oh, I could feel your emotion through that text. That's exactly what was happening. Now, this was very much put on to like political figures and powerful leaders. All of that has been very manipulated intentionally to give us certain ideas and mindsets about what is happening behind the scenes. And you can notice that there were a lot of divisive languages that were developed during this time, like they, them, and those people, and we understand, and those people don't, and left versus right, and black versus white. And, there was a lot of language decoding that was really intense in the last 5 years. CERN was turned back on, I think, in 2020. So why this is so powerful is because if you see something so many times or you hear something so many times and it creates an emotion inside of your body, that now becomes energy in motion.